Hi, Patricia here with today's food for thought. And today's food for thought, organ meats. This is beef liver. And I want you to know that organically grown, pasture raised, grass fed organ meats are one of the most highly nutritious meats you can eat. All right, many benefits. They are uber packed with vitamins, minerals, amino acids. So, all you diehard paleo fanatics out there, take heed. Anyway, today I have a little bit of raw, organic, pasture raised, grass fed beef liver, and it happens to be from my favorite butcher, Electric City Butcher on 4th Street in Santa Ana. Thank you, Michael. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to, I just noticed that this is a fantastic value. It's actually cheaper than a cup of coffee or one of those crappy energy-filled power bars. Yeah, it's $1.65 for this little guy. So very, very affordable. In addition to all the nutrients and vitamins it has. So here goes. Gonna pop it open. And probably wonder why I have a fork here and a knife. There's not much there, but I also want you to know that what most people probably wouldn't tolerate is or stomach is that when there's a lot of blood in the package, this one hardly had any. They drained it out, but normally when I buy organ meats, there's a lot of blood in the package. And believe it or not, I pour it in a little cup and add a little bit of sea salt and I sip away. Yes, not like a vampire, but because I realize the benefits, okay? So I probably just grossed some of you out, but that's all right. Life goes on. So here we have raw beef liver. I like to slice it rather thinly, like this, with a really sharp knife. And take some of my favorite sea salt, which happens to be from pristine New Zealand. Frezor has a fantastic sea salt. It's so freaking amazing. Crystalline and flaky. So this is my favorite. So I'm going to pinch a little bit of sea salt on it. And then I'm going to indulge. Like so. Oh my gosh, it's so mild. There's a little sweetness about it. But it has when you eat it raw, it has like a little crunchy feeling, believe it or not. Sensation. One more. So, you don't have to eat it raw if you can't handle it. But the reason why I'm eating it raw, you want to chew a lot too. So you want to drink your food and chew your water. By that, I mean you want to chew it to it liquefy, so that way you get all the hydrochloric acids and stuff in your mouth to help you digest better. But you don't have to eat it raw. You know, one of the many ways you can cook organ meats, and organ meats involve or consist of spleen, kidneys, heart, tongue, brains, liver, of course liver. So you can cook those. You can either throw them in the crock pot, depending on what cut you have. For heart, for example, I just like to slice it really thinly and quickly sear it in some really healthy fat. Sprinkle it, keep it simple with sea salt and stuff and your favorite spices. On the other hand, one of them that takes a lot longer would be maybe a really big heart. You'd have to stick that in a crock pot with a little bit of water, some onions. Tongue also takes a long time to cook, but a crock pot, a little bit of water, onions, garlic, whatever favorite spices you like, and cook it on low and slow overnight. So it's really tender. So I just showed you a way you can eat it raw. And the only reason why I ate it raw, like I said earlier, was to keep all the packed nutrients and the nutrition in it, the healthy enzymes. You know, as soon as you cook it, you start to kill those off. But if you have to cook it, I recommend just searing it quickly. Anyway, anything else I wanted to say? Yes, I wanted to say when you buy your organ meats, please, 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 I offer you avoid any conventional meats because conventionally raised animals are treated inhumanely. They are shot full of hormones, antibiotics, and other toxins. They eat toxins as well in their grains. The grains themselves are rather toxic nowadays. So everything that they eat, you eat. So when you look for your organ meats, you can find those either by a butcher or you can find them at a farmer's market. Make sure that they're pasture raised, grass fed, and grass finished. That's very important. Make sure that you know where your farmer's getting his meat if he's not the rancher himself, and then you should be okay. What else did I want to say? I think that's pretty much about it. If you have any questions, hey, you know where to find me. Cheers.